Okay, how is it going? So I'm going for a walk with my dog right now, and as I go on this walk I thought I'd make a quick YouTube video just updating you on my fitness journey, what my next plans are and how I'm going to go about it. I'm taking the slightly longer route today just to have more time to make this YouTube video. I feel like I've done quite a bad job of keeping you in the loop with what my fitness goals are, partly because I haven't had any fitness goals for a long time. I've had small ones here and there, but nothing big that I'd love to share with you and document, and for the next few months I do. So I'm going to document that for you because I know you're gonna get a ton of value from it. Basically, I'll tell you what it's about. Nero! As you may or may not know, I spent the last few weeks in Texas, 10 weeks there to be precise, and I don't want to speak about my trip there too much just because this video is about my fitness journey and what I'm planning to do next with it. But long story short, I gained about 6 kg there. Obviously, I was having fun with what I was eating. I was trying loads of new foods, and I'm not fussed about that. At the end of the day, you know, number one, I wouldn't say I'm at a worrying body weight right now anyway. I just prefer being slightly lighter, which also brings up the next point. I do plan to go on a weight loss journey right now, which is exactly what I'm planning to share with you. And number two is just because there's no point stressing about extra weight gained whilst abroad, because like I said, you know, while you're abroad you just want to have fun, you want to enjoy yourself, and at the end of the day I know exactly what I need to do to lose weight, which is partly why I always say if you come back weighing slightly more after vacation or you've been abroad for a while because you went for work, there's no point stressing about it, because it's like I said, if you know exactly what you need to do to lose the weight again, then why are you going to beat yourself up? You know, you've been away, you've been out of your normal routine, and you've been eating slightly different foods, and you know, that happens sometimes. It is what it is. But now back in my normal routine, like I said, I know exactly what I need to do to lose weight, and I'm going to share what my plan is that I'm going to be following over the next few months, depending on how long I feel like doing this for. And then yeah, I'm basically going to go from there. So one of the first things I'd done when I decided I wanted to lose some weight was ensure that I'm in a calorie deficit. I started tracking my calories again, just because I wasn't tracking my calories whilst in Texas, but I started using my calorie tracking app again. I have a calorie goal that I'm aiming for that is me 100% certain that I'm in a calorie deficit. It's 2,200 calories per day, maybe give or take 50 calories, because me being in a calorie deficit is obviously going to be by far the most important thing, because obviously you cannot lose weight if you're not in a calorie deficit. So other stuff I'm also doing is making sure I keep protein high as well. I'm aiming for about 185 grams of protein for a day, which I'm comfortable hitting. I've been hitting more or less that type of protein goal for a long time now. And then I've got a step goal, which in Texas I was probably getting about an average of 7,000 steps a day, so now I've slightly increased it to 8,500. And I'm just making sure I'm being consistent with that, which by the way, it's only been 5 days of me doing this calorie deficit thing, maybe 4 from the time I've been recording this video, but those are 2 things I do plan to keep being consistent with moving forward. And then the other 2 things that I also plan to be consistent with is my weight training. That to me is a non-negotiable, regardless of whether I'm trying to lose weight, gain weight, maintain my weight, etc., because you know, weight training is so damn good for you. I'm probably going an average of 4 times a week right now, and again, just because I've gotten back from Texas recently, these first 1 or 2 weeks, again at the time of recording this video, it's just kind of me getting back into the swing of resistance training at a gym, because I was training while I was in Texas, but it was in a garage with limited equipment, which of course at the end of the day is better than nothing, but it's not the same as being at a gym. So I'm kind of easing back into the gym now just so I don't injure myself, and then from there I do plan to really start focusing on the progressive overload and increasing the weights. I'm doing an upper lower split, so upper A, lower A, upper B, lower B, and then alongside the resistance training I'm also doing probably about an hour of cardio per week for now. I might increase that. I'm splitting that up however I like, maybe 2 half-an-hour sessions or 3 20-minute sessions, and I'm just being consistent with that. Zone 2 cardio, by the way, nothing crazy. I'm not doing HIIT, just zone 2 cardio. It is also worth mentioning that I'm not doing the cardio to burn more calories. I'm not doing the cardio with the specific intention of losing weight. I'm doing cardio because it's good for me, it's good for my heart health, and it's something I've been trying to prioritize more this year since maybe like March, and I have felt a difference, and it's obviously only a good thing. Otherwise, believe it or not, but those are the only 4 things, only you could say, that I'm aiming to be consistent with now. Nothing more, nothing less. You don't need to overcomplicate it when it comes to losing weight. Now, it's also worth mentioning that I'm not giving myself a timeline or a deadline, whatever you want to call it, because at the end of the day, I feel like they just add extra stress. 90% of the time, they're not even necessary. And the most important thing of all is I know for a fact that as long as I keep showing up daily, weekly, monthly, 90% of the time, I'm going to get the exact results I want. So again, there's no need for a deadline. Anyway, just a quick interruption and off topic just for a brief second. I want to show you this view. How awesome is this? It's about 9 a.m. right now. Lovely way to start the day, isn't it? Well, I've already had my coffee, but you know, let's go. One thing I do think is important to mention within this video is me letting you know which type of indicators of progress I'm going to be using, because I know I told most people, specifically people who are trying to lose weight, not to only use scale weight, to use progress pictures as well, to use measurements. I 100% stand by that, especially for people who are just starting out, because a lot of people, they don't really understand scale weight language. They don't understand that a lot of the fluctuations are normal. But saying that, I will be using progress pictures and I will be using scale weight. I don't feel the need to personally use measurements for myself, especially at this point. I'm experienced enough to know what's going on with this scale weight, to know what's going on with the progress pictures, and for it to just basically not emotionally affect me so much to the point it affects how my plan goes, etc. But otherwise, to draw full circle, that is pretty much it. So to summarize, I'm going to be in a calorie deficit, 2.2k calories per day, more or less. I'm going to be keeping protein high. I'm going to be keeping steps at around 8.5k for the foreseeable future. Obviously, if I feel like that needs to increase, it will. And I'm going to be continuing my resistance training and my cardio. I think it's also quickly worth mentioning that I don't have a goal weight in mind, a specific goal weight. I do have an idea more or less of what type of range I'd like to be in, but I just feel like the pressure of being at a specific goal weight does more harm than good to most people. For some people, it might work well, but to most people, I also don't think it's necessary. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Do follow the social media links that you can see on the screen now. And otherwise, take care. Always send over a message if there's anything on the back of this you want to speak about, and I'll see you around.